Cooperation and Development, so OECD. That is an organization that works to build better policies for better lives. So they work worldwide. So every 4 years, they do an assessment of girls and boys in, I'm going to say, 15-year-olds who are 15 years old, and they do a test in science, reading, math, all of that. I don't know if any of you participated. So anyway, ang results ng Philippines is not very positive. Scored. So we have scored lower in mathematics and science than most of our countries and economies that have participated in the PISA, So medyo we have work to do, and this is why we are here. This is why we're doing these code camps with you guys. So we're thinking that that problem or that result can be equated to lack of adequate preparation in math and science, which leads to lower participation in STEM as a career. So, ayan, especially those in public schools, medyo kulang tayo doon. Joel?
Yes, okay, of course, this can be also, despite the growing importance of STEM in the global economy, there is still a significant gender gap in STEM fields according to the survey. So 3 out of 10 in STEM-related workforce are women. So meron pa rin tinatawag na disparity, okay? Or inequity when it comes to the distribution of the STEM-related workforce. Now, women and girls are underrepresented in STEM education and careers, around 30% participation, limiting their economic empowerment and advancement opportunities. The lack of access to quality education, limited awareness of STEM career prospects, and social barriers contribute to this disparity or differences. It is crucial to address these challenges and provide opportunities for females to explore and excel in STEM disciplines. In a world where we become increasingly dependent on technology by the day, this is not just unfortunate, it's unjust. Gender equality is both a fundamental human right and a solution to our greatest challenges. So, inspiring speakers, we have inspiring speakers today to, of course, give us...
introduce
yes.
you. Okay. So we have been listening and learning from Ate Robin today. May I introduce you to Robin Camille Ramos, who is a data scientist from Security Bank Corporation. Aside from being a DEVCON Kids volunteer, Robin is a seasoned data scientist with a passion for innovation and data. As a scholar throughout both high school and college, estudyante ni Sir Joel sa Pisara, she learned from many great mentors and professors who cultivated a strong academic foundation that propelled her forward in her career. So, estudyante din siya ni Doc Reyna. She finished high school at Philippine Science High School with Sir Joel as her mentor. She obtained her bachelor's degree in Management Information Systems in Ateneo de Manila University and is set to graduate with her master's degree in data science next month. Okay. With 7 years in the data industry, she brings extensive experience to both banking and consulting realms, offering unique insights into the intersection of finance and technology. Because teaching is her passion, she also shares her expertise as a part-time instructor at Ateneo, empowering the next generation of data enthusiasts. Please welcome Ms. Robin.
Of course, our next speaker, inspirational speaker, is an associate professor at the National Institute of Physics in UP Diliman, where she heads the Data and Computation Research Group. She also serves as the head of data practices at Zalix Solutions and data science consultant at WeSolve Foundation. So her academic journey, she graduated from the Philippine Science High School main campus as valedictorian. Okay. And she was Manila University, diploma. Okay. So, diploma in energy physics from, na-pressure ako bigla. Okay. At Salam International Center for Theoretical Physics in Italy and PhD in Astrophysics from Princeton University, USA. Okay. So, yun na lang ako kasi ang haba talaga. Okay? Okay. So she was also a postdoctoral fellow at the Kavli Institute for Cosmological Physics at the University of Chicago. Sige, ito pa. Okay, but wait, there's more. Okay. Among the other feats, okay, she teaches computational methods in Python. So, di ba computational methods? Ano kaya yun? So, parang last time may video motion analysis, di ba? So, to physics majors in UP Diliman and advises undergraduate and graduate students on research in astrophysics. By astrophysics, we'll get to know that, and machine learning. She has worked as a data scientist at various companies, including Smart Communications, Ayala Corporations, and United Health Group R&D. She is executive director and co-founder of Pinoy Scientist.
Nice.
Kapalo ako dito. Okay? A platform giving voice to brilliant scientists and STEM professionals from the Philippines. Find them on IG and FB. She received the Outstanding Young Scientist Award from the National Academy of Science and Technology in 2023. Girls, or ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Reina Bell or Reina Reyes.
Okay, sige. So mag-start na tayo. In preparation for this luncheon, we shared your profiles, speaker profiles with the kids this morning. I'm sorry, the girls this morning. And they have prepared some questions. So question number 1 will be from teacher Novalita Romero. And it's a question to both of you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Miss Washington. My question is, what does a data scientist usually do? And what your day like as a data scientist? And how about an astrophysicist? Because I'm very curious with those two. Thank you.
Hello po. Thank you for that question. My day, like today. So, during weekends, I do volunteer. And as a data scientist, hindi po ako astrophysicist. Not data. But as a data scientist, I work in a bank, right? And as a data scientist, so if you're not familiar with data science, same naman ginagawa nyo, we do a lot of coding, right? But actually, a lot of the time, as a data scientist, we talk to people, we try to understand their problems, right? So, different parts of the bank, we talk to, sa bank, may branches, right? Branch people, so we understand their processes, ano yung mga ginagawa ng customers, and how can we help them improve their process, how can we help the bank. So, when you're in the tech industry, it's not only about the technical stuff, but also the collaboration, communication. Yeah, so half of my time in a day, meeting siya. meeting. And then half the time, I do the development, creating solutions with my team members. Most of the time.
Yes, I can relate kasi yung data, and I also do data science work. And then the question about astrophysics, so baka rin naman may kwento ko. So, as an astrophysicist, I work at UP, Diliman, and I work mainly with my students. So, I have advices. When you're in college, usually, sa program, there's, towards the end of the program, you have a thesis, parang project, research project or capstone project. where you get to apply everything you learn more things na mas specialized on a certain topic. So you choose a topic. And in our institute, the students parang choose an advisor among the faculty. And in fact, meron kaming application process. If you want to join our group, for example, nagpapa-exam ako ng Python coding exam. And then, diba? So, meron na kayong advantage. So, I give a data set, and then they will show me analysis, charts, data visualization, and then meron din question din na parang do your own data visualization din. And it tells me diba, how they think, parang how they solve problems, how they get insights. So, parang merong short interview where they share with me yung ginawa nila. And then from there, I choose the lucky few students who I accept, kasi I can accept them all, diba? Like, hindi naman kaya ng powers, so I accept a few, and then they become my advisees. Tapos the journey starts, they choose a topic, and some of them they choose they want to do astronomy, they want to do astrophysics, so they choose an astrophysics topic. For example, we work on dwarf galaxies, which are, galaxies. We are actually in the, what galaxy are we in? Okay, the planet is Earth, and then the Earth is in the solar system, and the solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy. Yes, so it's a spiral galaxy, and the universe is filled with galaxies. Then may iba-ibang klaseng galaxies. So Milky Way galaxy is actually a typical galaxy, regular galaxy in a way. But there are galaxies that are much smaller. So tinawag natin silang dwarf galaxies. Pwede nga mag-name ng astronomer. So dwarf galaxies are these small galaxies. In fact, there are dwarf galaxies that are in our group. You may be familiar with the alam nyo? Large Magellanic Cloud and the Small Magellanic Cloud. In a very dark sky, you can actually see them. So they are parang the building blocks of the galaxies that we have today, like Milky Way. These smaller galaxies merge together. So anyway, it's an interesting, of course, it's lahat ng interesting, pero of course you have to specialize. So it's an interesting active field area of research, understanding better these dwarf galaxies, which has become enabled recently. Bakit sumagot na okay? May oras na tayo. Kasi which has been enabled recently because of advances in technology. Because dwarf galaxies are fainter, so it's hard to observe them. But now with the advances, you can now see dwarf galaxies even farther out, then you can study them. So for example, I have students now who are working on dwarf galaxies in the DEVCON survey, which is the Dark Energy Spectroscopic Instrument. So we actually analyze the spectra of the galaxies. So it also involves coding. Essentially, you download the data and then run Python functions to analyze it. So that's actually part of the work of an astrophysicist. In my case, since I work with observations, but now because these observations are being gathered automatically by these surveys, the data is now available publicly, in fact, online. So you can download the data. So I don't have to go to the telescope myself and observe. Yeah, the telescope is in Chile. They have a team of astronomers running. When I was at Princeton, I got to observe, do my own observations myself. The telescope was in New Mexico, and then I went there one time to actually do the observatory, but it's actually a remote telescope now. So wherever you are in the world, so I was back at Princeton, I can control the telescope from there. So I just have to be awake at night, night shift ako, and then I can control the telescope. Of course, there's a telescope operator there. I can chat with that person, then open and go there. But now with the technologies, yun nga, you have millions of galaxies available online. You can actually explore them, download the data, and process them yourself. So that's part of the work, my work as an astrophysicist now.
Teacher Jennifer, thank you so much. That was really interesting to both of you, actually. Different perspectives, different lines of work. Next question from teacher Jennifer Apan. You already touched on it a little bit, Dr. Reyna. So we will just give her the chance to ask it. Perhaps you can expound.
Good morning po. Jennifer Apan from Rizal High School. So this is my question. Actually, I'm thinking about physics tapos combining with coding. So how can knowledge of physics help with programming or coding? Are there any specific examples where this has been beneficial?
Interesting. Yeah. Both ways. Goes both ways. I believe. So you don't need to know physics to learn how to code, right? But actually, in our institute for physics majors, we actually have a lot of programming subjects. So that's one of the courses I handle. It's called Applied Physics 155 and 157. So computational methods in physics. So we actually use the Python programming as a tool to solve physics problems. So we study how to solve. So in physics, there are equations that govern, for example, how projectile motion. Frequency, yes, speed of light, and then differential equations, as more sophisticated ones. And then of course, even the newer tools like machine learning, AI, can now be used to solve these equations. So that's one way to go. So we learn how to code to run these equations and then solve physics problems. But I think the physics mindset also helps to be a good coder because it helps you to think logically, to break problems down to simpler problems. So in physics, we assume that the cow is sphere, it's a sphere. We assume ideal case, no friction, para to reduce it to a simpler problem. And that simpler problem we can actually solve. So it's one way of problem solving skill. Yeah. So any problem you encounter, like coding projects, is huge and can be overwhelming, maraming parts. So you break it down, and then even you thinking analytically. So there are many common skills and techniques that you can apply to both. So many of our majors actually also go into data science and go into other fields in the tech industry.
You're already halfway there, guys. Just kidding. Okay.
Yes. Kasi there's been coding, di ba? So, coding ba yung ginagawa niyo, guys? Tama ba? Coding. Yes, of course. And then we'll proceed with, of course, making projects soon. And yeah, IoT is something na yung, a fine example is yung remote na control yung telescope, di ba? Or something like that. Yes. Even without to have it controlled manually on the side. Okay, so more of, let's proceed now to the more of, or general questions about women in tech and general experiences. So, just a format reminder, you introduce yourself and then tell us ang school kayo. Kasi, Doc Dana, we have ilang schools tayo pa. We have 5 schools. 8 schools and then from 4 divisions, right? 4 or 5 divisions from... Yes, we have from Mandaluyong. May show cards para makita ni na Ma'am Dr. Reyna. From Mandaluyong, okay. Ayan, okay. We have from Pasig and...
Pasig is our largest group.
Large group, of course, mga kapitbahay. We have from Caloocan, of course. We have from Las Piñas. Yeah, from the south, mga Saudi. And did I miss a division here? Malabon. Malabon, of course, Malabon. Of course, we have Malabon there.
And Las Piñas.
And Las Piñas, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, first question
Number 3.
for both Doc Reyna and Robin. Number 3 from Janica Torres, please.
Hello po, good afternoon. My name is Janica Nicole Torres po from Mangahan.
Thank you, Danica. Danica? Ayan. Isa ba siya, no? I think, sige, I'll talk from a perspective, from my experience as a student kung nasa age ko kami. Okay, yun yung share ko na sa mga. So, as they have mentioned, actually mentor ko si Sir Joel in high school. And as you talk right, actually idol ko talaga siya ng high school. So, mentor slash idol, ayan. So, and why I'm telling this is when I was younger, young pa naman ako. I look up to these people and to these women in tech, and they are the ones who inspired me, right, to take the path that I'm on. Sila yung nag-inspire na lang na, oh, kaya ko pala yun. Si Doc Reyna, nakita ko yung, alam niyo ba bakit pa yan? May article kasi siyang study 12. Article. PSH, alum na kasi namin siya. So, parang, I can be that. Ayun. Ayun. So, and that's one of my most parang favorite part of being a woman in tech. Kasi we all, na-mention kanina, there's surveys na 3 out of 10, di ba? Or women are in STEM. Konti lang. And fortunately, dumadami naman siya over the years. When I started 7 years ago, actually, I started in a small company. And ako lang yung babae doon na developer. As in, hindi lang siya 6, 7. And ako yung babae. So, and then after, when I started working in other companies, parang namapansin ko na dumadami naman yung percentage. So, there's improvement over time. But I think what was important to me is I look up to someone, a mentor, yung usually hinahanap ng younger generation. And I'm also fortunate to be given an opportunity to become a mentor to other girls as well. So this is one of my avenues for them. That's my favorite part.
Yes, I guess for me also it means a lot that I can mentor young aspiring astrophysicists na female din sa group namin. Kasi nga konti lang konti. But the best part is, I guess, is to be part of that change that we're actually seeing happen unfold before our eyes. Kasi malaki na yung difference from before na talagang 1 out of a million or talagang hindi kinapa wala yung mga walang Filipino walang female scientists even worldwide. Sa astronomy, we have stories where they were called computers. The computers before wala pang computer. They're actually people doing the computations. And the females who are, mahilig sa science, they cannot become professors, they cannot become scientists, they cannot use the telescope. So that's where they get delegated to on the calculations, and then the male scientist gets all the credit. But a few of them actually, because they were actually seeing the data. Cecilia Payne actually found a relationship between. She discovered a law of nature from the data. It involves variable stars, so parang how there are some stars that they change in brightness, and then they change regularly. And then she found a relationship between the period of the change and then the brightness of the star. And it was actually key to finding out how far away the stars are. But it's key to finding out about the scale of the universe. So it became a breakthrough discovery. At that time was and then if you see in history at that time, it was she faced many challenges because it was not yet like now. So, and then now, of course, we have female astronomers winning the Nobel Prize and really making these discoveries. But we're not at parity, right? So we're in this sweet spot where we can still be pioneers in a way. that, but at the same time, yeah, we actually want to be part of realizing the next, future where, we are all contributing in the same way. And I personally think that it would change science fundamentally. But the science, the way we do science right now is still male dominated. So imagine, we have to imagine, it's hard to imagine because it's not here now, right? But as society changes, even the way we do science will change because more of us, as it becomes more diverse and inclusive. So I guess we're lucky to be part of that, and hopefully we get to see it in our lifetimes.
So mentorship talaga, a special part of being a woman in technology. So it's a big part of it as well. All right.
Mentorship and having a role model, that's
Oh,
important.
that's
Yes.
right.
Someone to
Inspire
look up to.
really people
Yes.
to look up to.
So we have another question from Lara Saludo for again about Doctrina and Robin.
Hello and good morning everyone. I am Lara Saludo. I am from the Student National High School. And the question I would like to ask is, how does it feel to be able to excel in the field of technology despite the various challenges and stereotypes women face?
Thank you so much for the question, Lara. Okay, so, any question?
Ayun, again, and how does it feel to be able to excel in the field of technology despite the various challenges and stereotypes women face?
Well, of course, the first feeling is, I think the thing that I enjoy most is parang how I relate to other women in the industry and how we face these parang challenges together. I have to admit, especially in the tech industry, medyo male-dominated for sure, even in science, as Dr. mentioned. And you'll find parang as women, you'll find some other partners or people that you can collaborate with that can help you in your career. Yun. So I enjoy working with other women, especially, and rising to the challenges together.
Right, for me too, yeah, I feel privileged to have that opportunity to actually enjoy what I do, be good at it, and help others be good at it. Because not everyone gets to have that opportunity. So you always have to be mindful of that and not take that for granted. For me also, I think, yeah, I have a lot. I found myself in a working in an organization where it's actually women leadership. The parity is opposite. We are actually majority female. Yeah, and so I think that makes a lot of difference. And it's not common. Yeah, it's actually an outlier in the tech space. But hopefully more and more we get to see more parity.
So I think that's the first set. So I think that we have another rather. Okay, the question number 6 from Eliza Nito.
Number 5.
Number 5, sorry about that. From Gwen, sorry, Cabello. Okay, sorry.
What is your inspiration in your harvestment and who inspired you to move forward? What is your inspiration in your harvest time and who inspired you to move forward?
Inspiration when it comes to the hardest time. Ako naman, Dr. na ako na.
Walang hard times to
More challenging lang.
Of course, we all go through it. There are times in my career, yung part ng journey. actually, you think about, diba, you have doubts, diba? You have doubts and you think about, is this the right path? Tutuloy ko ba? Ano bang gagawin ko? Wala na, hindi na ako magaling sa iba eh. Dito na ako magaling. So in a way, dyan dito na ako. You have to embrace what's given to you. But yung inspiration, or I think yung na-realize ko yung recently is the importance of just having people, you know, who are there for you no matter what. So they can be your parents, family, friends, and they don't care if you know what grade you get, or if you succeed, or what you publish. They're just there for you. And that keeps you going through the hard times, and that also makes the good times sweet. So don't take them for granted, and I hope you find it in your lives. If you don't have it, you find it. You find it na habang buhay there. You will be there. And of course, you also do that for them. So we're all here. Yeah, I think support system ang tawag doon. Pero it's really just pinagluluto ka ng nanay mo. Right? Someone to listen to you rant about your current problems. Friendship. And
Okay, so for me naman, so syempre aside from your support system, your family, of course, number one, your family, and your friends, yung mga sikmis nyo, they inspire each other pag-build ng words na kanina. But I think, for me, one of the parang sources of strength as well is myself. I think the mindset that I built over time is, you know, building your confidence talaga and believing in yourself. Even if you're going to work, mali yung ginawa ko or baka ng score ko sa exam. You can still learn, right? Understand that you can learn at the end and apply what you learn, the next part, next project, next exam, next subject, right? And building your confidence over time, it's not gonna be there overnight, but always keep in mind parang don't forget to believe in yourself. Kasi you're a woman, kaya kaya niyo yan. And understand. Confidence is key.
Yes, which reminds me na yun yung coding HerStory is all about. So it's about building your competence. Diba? Nagagawa nyo yung mga Arduino activities nyo, which proves na kaya nyo rin. As well as, yeah, when you build your competence, you build on your confidence. Okay? So yeah, so palakpakan nyo, everyone. Okay? So I think I have another question this time. Ito na, totoo na. Eliza dito. For both Doc Reyna and Robert.
Good morning po. I'm Eliza Dito po from Palawan National Science and Technology High School. So, my question for the both of you po is, what made you want to pursue the career you have now?
Again, okay, so what made you want to pursue the career you have now?
Career. I think I'll go back to my first answer sa first question, and big influence talaga yung naging mentors ko. So nung high school, I've also done the same parang similar code counts with you guys. We worked with Arduino, we worked with MBOTs, and that's where I found my interest in coding. So I think, and so it's important, at a young age to explore. Good thing that you're here, you're trying to explore, try something out. If it's not for you, it's okay, right? I think the way that I found what I like is I tried a lot of things. Actually, I didn't start data science, totoo lang. I started somewhere else. And then I realized it's not for me. But now I'm here 7 years later and I still love doing what I do. Yeah. So don't be scared to try new things.
The question was,
What made you want to pursue the
the
career?
pursue career, yes. For me, the interest in science and the stars came early, I think, early grade school. And then, favorite subjects ko yun sa school, sumasali sa mga quiz. But I didn't really know na may career, that can be a career, diba? It's just something you enjoy doing. But I didn't know, and wala nga role models. There's no scientist in the family, especially in the Philippines, like you just see them in the books. And actually, naalala ko nga recently, we actually have the, ewan ko ngayon, they still have the magazines like Salaginto and Matumalan.
Yes.
So these are the, meron ba yan?
Yeah. I just experienced those journals.
But these are science magazines,
Yes.
right? And then you read about different things, but there's a small part there. There's about a scientist profile. Like, there's a science profile. There's a section, right? Yeah, Pinoy science, but they're always like the national scientists, you know, na nakatoga, and nakastripe, and then they're pang senior na, but of course, nandiyan ba yung mga lahat ng ginawa nila,
Natatanda.
achievements, yeah, but really, because it was slow, kumbaga they did the things they achieved were in their younger years, right? But when you read about them, they're already, affected and in the academy, the National Academy of Sciences. I actually met them there at the awarding. So they're there in their togas, right? So, but the point is when you're in grade school, like, you cannot relate. Like, parang it's so abstract, and you cannot think that you can do that yourself, right? And this is actually the motivation behind the Pinoy Scientists Project na rin. Now, this is where, you really see Pinoy scientists who hopefully you can still relate to, relatively young. And sometimes we also feature like young scientists from doing high school or college. But of course, because it takes time, as Robin said, it takes time to master something, right? So usually these are professionals, researchers na doing their PhDs. But you get to learn about the different tracks also. So, the computer science or programming is just one track, but the world is so big. And you have to expose yourself to all these different things, and then see what attracts you, what makes sense to you, what you enjoy, what makes you joy, what sparks joy. For me, it was physics. It just so happened to be, for some reason, I found it elegant, and I don't have to memorize anything because they give you the formula. But you still can answer the problem. Because that's how they grade and decide. So you have to think, and then, but if you get it, it's like fulfillment and intrinsic fulfillment and joy that you got it. And the answer is the answer. No one can tell you that it's like in English, sorry, pero in English class, right, you can write an essay and someone will grade. So, but it's subjective, right? What if some teacher will say it's not good, but another teacher will say it's, of course, in some sense, of course, the grammar and all, but there's some kind of subjectivity. But in physics, in math, there's a certain certainty that, and even in programming, right? If it worked, kung gumana and then completely track, no one can take that away from you. You did it, right? And that sort of directness and certainty appealed to me, and yeah, I went all the way.
Yeah, I think nag-resonate sa akin yung mga batubalandi ko sa history those journals. Reminds me, baka kaedad kita, Doc Ray. 1984 baby ako. Oo, sabi ko na eh. Oo. So good thing na hindi pa naka-hologram yung mga national science issues sa NASCAR. Naka-hologram na yung iba doon. Yung mga Fidel Mundo and mga ganon. Okay? So, so, ma'am?
Thank you. Hello. Okay. So we now move on to our question number 7, and it is a question for you, Dr.
Good morning po. Class of High School. So, the athletic
you've done so far is truly commendable. So my question is, do you plan on doing more or achieving more in your field, or are you more focused on developing young people's knowledge?
Wow! Grabe! Grabe! This is like my 10-year community review. No, so the answer is no. It's the same. I know syllabus the same thing, right? So when I mentor, actually, I mentor students so that they can do the work. Because I cannot do the work anymore. So they actually do the work, we do the work together, right? But to be honest, I only get to code now, not as often because they actually write the code. And what I do is we analyze it together, I guide them, there's a bug, maybe you can try this, you can try this. And so we become collaborators and we publish together. That's our joint achievement. So that's how I see it now. Yeah, actually also collaborate with other scientists like peers. So there's also that component. So, but most of the time there's a student involved because it's part of it, right? But also it's really just also I would say practical. And I think it's true. I mean, in any field, right? So you start out as a developer, but eventually you become, management or leadership positions, and the challenge now is how you motivate and how you guide and how well you do that is a different thing. We have to learn that as well. So that's where I am now in my career journey. Thank you for your question.
All right, our question number 8 is coming from, number 7 pa pala. Seven. I know, number 8 na na. Okay, number 8. We're going to number 8. Okay, 10 minutes na. This question is for both of you. And here we go. Teacher Julianne Ruiz.
Good afternoon po. I'm Julian Luis po from Mandaluyong po. Neptali Gonzales High School. So, ito po yung tanong po. Last Saturday po pala, Miss Pam mentioned that our identity as women is not unidimensional. So, my question is, ito po. What are your hobbies and interests that makes your day interesting? So aside from physics, astrophysics, and programming, what else po yung mga interests? Yes.
I can kwento ka last. Yeah, so last night, the other night, yesterday was the deadline of the thesis transcripts of my students. So the other night, I had to stay up late to review them. And then I had to read all these and then the comments. And I said, I reward to myself as I will watch The Idea of You. Which a new movie starring Anne Hathaway on Amazon Prime. I watched it, I fully deserved it, and recommend it to everyone.
See that trailer. It was.
Yes, continue. And also very, actually on theme also, because it's like, she was a 40-year-old, about to turn 40, my age. And I watched it, even so after I still want to be in that role, so I watched interviews. Yeah, and she was saying, and talking about how the world is changing, right? So sabi ni Anne Hathaway, she was always told that she had an expiration date. It was like 30s. Because there are no good roles for women in Hollywood before. For women above 30, like you have to be young, not 20s, and then they dry out. But luckily, it's changing now. Now she gets to produce her own movie, and you see Julianne Moore, 63, starring in movies. And so the world is changing slowly.
Hindi pa-expound. But, sige, for my hobby, ano? So, outside work, ano ba? My hobby. Hobby is DEVCON meetings. Most of the time, I spend a lot of time at home. I have my interest. I have 2 cats. And then outside work, I also try to find some time to connect with my friends from my high school, from college, para naman build relationships. But yeah, I don't have that much hobbies, pero yeah, that's what I do outside. Eat, yes, eat. Outside work.
Alright. The next question, question number 9, is coming from Laika. Laika Paina.
Hello. I'm from Mogahan High School, and my question is, how hard did you go through studying in different universities? Is it stressful to study tech in famous universities like UP and Ateneo?
Is this question for
It's not hard enough to do.
Ayan, so, is it hard? Okay. Actually, may script kami dyan. So I think the question is more on stemming from what university would you parang take, when you start going into a university or college. So different universities have different specializations, different labs, ganyan. And what I can say is that I can speak for Ateneo, parang I'm part of the Department of Information Systems and Computer Science. So we do a lot of data science work. I don't think we have much on astrophysics, ibang department yun, in school. But I think when selecting a university, it's more on looking into what research interests, like anong kinds of research you're interested in, and that's where you look for in the different universities. Ayan. So life in university is, I would say, I enjoyed my university life. I enjoyed more than high school. So, kasi it's the time where I met a lot of different people from different courses. Kasi I came from student science and most people there are STEM people. In Ateneo, I met a lot of people from other social sciences, humanities. Ayun. So, if the question is if it's challenging, everything's challenging. School is challenging. We are in school. But it's just a matter of finding enjoyment out of it, looking for things that you enjoy the most, joining organization, hanging out with your friends, and selecting subjects that you think you like. That's my answer.
Yeah. So, I would say university or going to the next college is hard, di ba? Just regardless of where you go, because you have to adjust, right? And the expectations are different, to be more independent, but that's part of growing up. In fact, I would say, in a way, going to a university like UP and Ateneo, in a way, it's actually easier in a way that, in the sense that you have resources, that you may have access to, resources like facilities, peers, teachers. So, maraming considerations. Of course, because may reputation siguro na it's hard, it's harder. But yeah, unfortunately, they're really terror teachers. I know them personally. I don't know. You can ask my students. I'm one of them. But I think that's just, just take it as another challenge, right? But I think that's not the point of college, right? The point is not to get good grades to the point is to already that. Because why not? But the point is really, now I think we also see differently, right? The point is exploring and finding yourself, hopefully. Because it's actually a privilege going to college, right? Not everyone has that opportunity, so you can actually not take it for granted, take the opportunity to learn and play and explore and then find something you can be good at. And then may mga terror teachers is not
Nag-expire nga daw eh.
Our last question comes from Mary. Mary Ashfield. What's the title? Number 10 na tayo, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this question is for Ate Robin.
Dear Ate Robin.
I'm Mary Ashley R. Ignacio. I'm from City of Mandaluyong Science High School. And my question is, do you think it's possible to maintain balance or do leisurely activities and still be successful? How do you balance your personal needs with work?
Thanks so much. Very similar with women's not women. So of course, yes, work-life balance for sure. It depends, right? It actually varies from people to people. Some people would prefer to spend more time building their career, and that's totally fine. For me, in my years in the industry, I was able to find my balance and my preference na how much time I would like to allow for work, how much time I would like to allow for my personal life. And to answer the question is it possible to be successful? Of course, yes, definitely. I think especially for women. Women are very good at multitasking, and it's a lot of balance and also communicating the needs. For me and for people in the tech industry, when you find or when you're an advisor, when you're in college, it's a matter of communicating with your boss, your supervisor, your thesis advisor. This is my capacity and kaya ko, and work together in order to fulfill the needs of the organization or fulfill to meet the deadlines. And yeah, so yes, it is possible, and it's a matter of balance and communication. Thanks so much for that.
Dr. Reyna, may I add ka ba? Dun sa balancing question ako. Okay. Hard to decipher. Okay. So our last question comes from Hazel. So yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hazel Ibinadalid and I'm from Second High School. And my question is, what would you advise to students who want to be like you?
Teacher. Okay. What advice? So I think for me kasi I identify myself as a learner, like a lifelong learner. I like learning new things. I like learning with you guys. Actually, I'm not that very well versed in the hard work. I learn a lot. I try to learn a lot every day. So my advice is to continue learning. Don't forget the learning mindset, even if you're done with school. Even after I finish college, I still look forward to learning new things, attending code camps, challenges, attending seminars, collaborating with other peers in the industry. So yun, so never stop learning. Yes.
Yes, I guess for students who want to become scientists as well. I encourage them, I support them to give them recommendation letters so they can get into good programs abroad as well. Or if they want to continue studying with me sa UP, I also have students who are now from undergrad now doing grad school. So at the same time, they will have to find their own paths. So they all have to find their own paths. They will do exactly the way I did, right? But parang parent din, di ba? Na you just want for them to grow and to find potential, maybe, and hopefully even do more amazing things.
So that ends our question and answer portion. Yes, round of applause for our speakers.
Yes.
All right.
To award certificates, may we call on Mr. Winston Damarillo, of course, the chairman and founder of DEVCON Philippines, CEO of Filipino Venture Lab, and Global Strategy Incorporated, to present our certificate of appreciation to our inspirational speakers. So may we present the first certificate to Robin Camille Ramos. So when we present quoting her story, girl shaping the tech landscape. Awards and certificate of appreciation to Robin Camille Ramos, Women in Tech. Today, May 4, Pasig Metro Manila, signed by Pam Rosa Marillo, the founder of DEVCON Kids, and yours truly, co-founder. So, Robin.
Also call on our lead learner Iya to present Robin with our token of thanks for today. Okay, tayo. Tayo na. Sorry, okay. Ayan, okay. Ready? Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Multitasking.
Thank you so much.
So moving on, so we will also award certificate of appreciation to Dr. Reina Bel Reyes. Speaker May 4, 2024, Pasig Metro Manila.
Yes, oh yeah.
Pam Rosa Marillo and yours truly. Thank you.
May present pa.
Of course.
Okay, tapos picture na. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yan. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Can we invite again Ms. Ruby?
Wait, come on over. Here you
Both
go.
of our
One with
speakers.
Robin as well. Both all of us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we
And then with
flip
everyone,
over.
yeah, we gotta take a picture of
Now we
everyone.
flip over.
Yes,
So Robin.
participants, please, let's stand up for the group photo of, so,
Sana si Raph.
here you,
Let's move the banner down back.
yes.